Good morning, everybody. I cannot believe it is April 28th of 2021. That's mind-blowing. Who gave time permission to be where it is right now? Am I right? April 28th? It's almost May? No. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid to do this. I'm sitting out at a picnic table in the middle of my mother's apartment community, and everybody's like getting up, getting in their cars and driving on their merry way. Some people are coming back, so I'm a little nervous. But hello, this is my YouTube channel. I make a lot of advice column type videos on my Instagram stories, and I thought, what if I expounded upon those and made them much longer and in depth and just posted them on my YouTube channel instead? And I really like that idea, so here I am. The last video I posted was a fashion tutorial on how to look grunge. And if you go look at that video, literally all of the comments are, this isn't grunge, this is e-girl. So I deeply apologize for the mistake that I've made. I'm not gonna take the video down, but it's just funny that there's like 300 comments on that video and they're all like the same. Thank you to the few people though who were like, this is so helpful, thanks. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning, beautiful day, taking a new endeavor. I woke up like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes ago. I was like, I need to do this. Look, I've been feeling rough the past like week. I turned 21 on April 19th. And ever since then, I feel like I've gone downhill mentally, and I've been having a lot of trouble pulling myself back out. And I know that I am the creator of my own life. I know that I am the one in control, but it's like once I get stuck, I just want to stay stuck, and that can be so discouraging and disheartening. And I want to talk about something that I feel like is so underrated in our world, something that nobody like talks about or really does, and that is to talk to yourself in the mirror. Why do we not do this? You talk to so many people in your life, and you forget what you even look like most of the time throughout the day. I mean, you know what I mean? You see pictures and stuff, but you don't talk to yourself. You are a person who has a face, skin, and you've got all these voices going around inside of your head. And if you never see yourself say these words that you're feeling and then talk back to yourself, I mean, it's just odd that we treat ourselves so much differently from everybody else in the world, right? Because you don't talk to yourself. And then whenever you do see yourself in the mirror, depending on what kind of mood you're in, you might not be looking at yourself very kindly. And this is me a lot, right? I wake up in the morning, I'm grumpy, I'm tired, I'm nervous, anxious about the day ahead, and so I'm like brushing my teeth and I'm just kind of like scowling in the mirror. And I was looking at myself in the mirror this morning and I thought, you know, if I were looking at somebody else right now, I'd smile at them. I would bring some sort of softness to my face no matter what kind of mood I was in. If I looked at somebody else, I would make sure that I looked pleasant. And I thought, why would I not do that for myself? why would I not give myself that same sort of pleasantry when looking in the mirror? So that's what I did. I started smiling at myself. I started brightening up my face, looking at myself more kindly. And then all of these words and affirmations started to come to my mind and my heart, and I thought, I need to say these to myself. So I started speaking to myself about the way I want to behave today, about the way I want to move through this day, and reassuring myself. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself and say, hey, everything is okay. And I love you. You don't have to do anything to earn my love. You are enough. We don't talk to ourselves enough in the mirror. The mirror is so powerful. And once you get zoned in with yourself, once you realize you are talking to yourself, it's like you're on drugs. I swear it is like you're on drugs. It is a very specific and intense feeling when you start talking to yourself and then you lock eyes and you realize you're talking to yourself and you keep talking to yourself and you can see this change, this evolution that's happening in your face, and it's quite remarkable. I can't quite explain it, but the physical is always changing, and I think when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we sort of see this stagnant, that's what I always look like kind of thing. But you are changing, you are moving and changing through time as you are looking through the mirror. And so when you realize that, you're like, I'm watching myself grow old. Dang it, I cussed. Dang it. I went this whole video without saying a cuss word. That's the thing about YouTube, is that I'm worried. I'm not worried. Well, I am worried. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. Recognizing your feelings, but learning how to act differently. That's a whole nother topic. I'm talking about talking to yourself in the mirror. I'm not sitting up straight, and I think partly it's because I'm scared that if I do, I won't be in the frame anymore. I just need some clarity. You know what I mean? I'm in this very, very transitional phase of my life. And I've been in phases like this before where I'm transitioning. And you always just want to get out, right? You just want to get out of the transition. Let me out. But this time, it's so precious. I'm trying to find that clarity in the transition, though. Doing that by speaking to myself. Don't get me wrong, sitting, meditating, and feeling, that is the optimal way of finding your way, finding your path. But I just need to have conversations with myself. I need to talk to myself as if I'm my partner, my friend. Because I am, really. The last thing I said to myself in the mirror before I walked out of the bathroom was, you can do whatever you want. And I think I forget this. I put so much expectation on myself to behave in certain ways, to perform in certain ways and to do and live life in a very specific way. And I put myself in a box a lot, right? Because immediately when I walked out of the bathroom, I was like, I'm gonna go sit at that picnic table and do my devotion. And I've wanted to do this for weeks. But in the beginning, whenever I thought about it, I was like, not today. I won't do that today. But when you want to do something, and then you don't allow yourself to do it, you're telling yourself you can't have what you want. I will hold you back from doing what you want. When you want something, I'm gonna say no. That's what happens. So when you want to do something, you have to allow freedom, flow. When you feel drawn to go somewhere, when you feel drawn to do something, go there, be there. We are the ones who hold ourselves back, who don't give ourselves the permission to live out fully. I was watching Heinz in Hindsight on YouTube yesterday. He's incredible. Please go follow his channel. I aspire to be like him. And he was saying, we all sleep on ourselves. Not all of us, but we all, most of us sleep on ourselves. Our abilities, our talents, the capability that we have to literally live this life exactly the way we want to. We have all of the power to do whatever we want to in this life. And that is a fact. There are people out there making the things they want to make, doing the things that they want to do. They don't hold themselves back, you know? Oh my gosh, I literally just thought of the perfect, I was like, I really want to include like the Bhagavad Gita or the Tao Te Ching in this video, but I didn't know what I wanted to read. But now I remember, or I thought of something that went with what I'm talking about. Okay, it's literally right here. So this is the Bhagavad Gita. It is a poem from an epic called the Mahabharata, and it's sort of like the Hindu Bible in a way. It is one of the most beautiful things I've ever read. I highly suggest you read it. This is from chapter 4, and it's like section 40. Not knowing and lacking faith, the self who is full of doubt is destroyed. Neither this world nor the higher one nor happiness exists for the doubting self. Ever since I read this has stuck with me. Because I so consistently feel so full of doubt for myself. Doubt is what pushes us down. When we doubt what we are capable of, when we doubt our ability to reach our goals and to fulfill all of the dreams that we have for ourselves. That is when we become unhappy. That is when we don't do any of those things, is because we doubt we can even do them. If you can let go of that doubt, if you strip away all of that and you get centered with yourself, you will know that you are capable of far more than you even dream of, think of. It's incredible. I get scared and I get doubtful. I get scared that I'm not doing the right things. And I doubt that I can do what I actually want to do. But that's just so far from the truth. So far from the core, the truth. I really encourage you to remember that verse throughout your day. That whenever you start to doubt, just remember, there is no happiness for the self that doubts, for the doubting self. You will not be happy if you are constantly doubting yourself. And that kind of ties in with the wants, right? You want something and then you doubt that you really want that, so you don't do it. You know? It's the same. It's that same feeling. It is okay though. It's fine. I promise. There will never be a time in your life when you are struggling with something. Unless you become fully realized, then I applaud you. But until that happens, there will always be something to struggle with. And those are aspects of ourselves that we have to learn to accept and allow ourselves to learn from, be thankful for. Just because life can be confusing, muddy, unclear sometimes, does not mean that it is bad. It's interesting. Yesterday I was at a park and I started to feel like I was living my life like I was in a video game. Specifically something like Legend of Zelda, where you're like looking for new keys. I've never played, I only watch my brother, so I actually don't know all of the goals or whatever, but I just felt like I was looking for different things I could pick up and use, and like I came across this tree and I looked up at it, and in this moment I felt like I had like met a new character, you know? I feel like because we all get so discouraged about life, we kind of forget that everything has the potential for meaning. That we have something to gain from every little moment. And it's just so funny to me that people love to play video games, because life is a video game. You know what I mean? It's so cool. Listen, I'm very random, and I started recording only with that thought of the mirror talking thing. And I just figured, oh, it'll develop into something, and it sure did. Now I'm talking about video games, so I think this is a good place to end this video. if you gained anything from this video, I would say go take a long look at yourself in the mirror, maybe say some things, learn something new about yourself today. And remember that there is no happiness for the doubting self. Live true and confident in your own nature. You are capable of living exactly the way you want to live. This world is for you. You got this. I support you and I love you. And I encourage you to have the best day, the best night, best morning, whatever that means. You know, you don't have to feel any certain way. However you feel right now is perfect. You are perfect. I will see you in the next video. Bye!